How's it going, boys, girls, and squirrels, and welcome back to Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. Sorry for the hang-up, I'm back, I'm refreshed, I'm ready to take on the second episode. Episode 1 was like the epitome of a welcome back kind of episode. Huge emphasis on the introduction vibes, just kind of getting a sense of where everybody's at since the fight with Adam. So I'm hoping to see the actual plot move forward a little bit more in this second episode. I'm also excited to see what songs are going to be in this episode. I totally forgot that Season 1, every episode has 2 songs in it. When I was watching that first episode, that second song hit me like a goddamn flashbang. I don't know how sustainable a 2-song per episode model is for a whole TV series, but it's definitely the right call. Even if the first song isn't really hitting, you're still kind of riding the high of knowing a second song is right around the corner. And that's hype. I loved that in the first season, and I feel so spoiled knowing that they're still sticking to that model.
Well, this is quite the warm welcome.
Oh, let's go! Now the show's started! Despite all my bitching about Alex Brightman, fuck 90% of the cast, Sir Pentious is the one person I'm most excited to see.
This extermination has always been wrong. We bear some of that responsibility.
Now the demons have managed to kill the leader of our army? What if hell wants vengeance on us now?
Let me explain something to you guys that I've never explained before. My fascination with Pokeballs. You see, what's so great about the Pokeball is that the prompt is incredibly simple. The prompt is a ball. That's it. Ball wearing a belt. And yet with such a basic, boring prompt, artists have managed to create dozens of incredible Pokeball designs. It's the same for Beyblades, it's the same for Bakugan. I love seeing people take a simple shape or design and create hundreds of awesome alternatives. Which is why I absolutely love the fact that every angel in this show has their own unique Halo design. Fuck, that's cool! What a genius idea, and they all look so sick.
You told us souls were decided, that nothing could change that. We trusted your word that this could never happen. It can't.
Sarah having a crown halo is also stellar. I love the idea that your halo shape determines your rank. Like, is that why Pentious has a really generic, traditional-looking halo design?
How did you get here? You had to have forced your way in. Was it the Morning Star? How did you get past the gate? Peter, did you let him in?
Oh my god, I can't believe they brought Peter back. Are they nuts? Peter is the only character in this show. Well, not the only character. I briefly forgot that Val existed. But other than Val, Peter is the only character in this show that this fandom, for some reason, unanimously hates. Hates. Like, with an embarrassing amount of passion. They hate him, they hate his song, they hate his dumb little face, and it's a hatred that I personally have never understood. I don't understand having an opinion towards Peter that's anything more extreme than neutrality. Negatively or positively. I don't think he's anything worth loving, but I don't think he's anything worth anything abouting. Welcome to Heaven is such an okay, forgettable song, and in a show that had 16 songs at the time, I wasn't expecting them all to be bangers. You know, I was willing to give the show a little bit of wiggle room and be like, hey, 4 of these can be subpar if you'd like. Instead, I decided to direct all of my animosity towards the social media demon.
He and his kind should all be dead, and I will make that happen. Just let me.
Hi, can I cut in? Hi, hello. Abel here, son of Adam, rest in peace.
Oh my god, this is the character played by the lead singer of Fall Out Boy, isn't it? Why can I tell? Like, why does he kind of look like him? Like, he doesn't at all, but he looks like his essence. Fall Out Boy is such a strange band because their lyrics make it sound like they're capable of the most passionate, hardcore and rawest sex in the history of man, but then every member dresses like the creepy dude at your local GameStop. Mommy, I'm watching you two from the closet, wishing to be the friction in your jeans. Like, that's a hot line. Maybe not the watching two people fuck from a closet, that's kinda strange. Wishing to be the friction in your jeans, though, is some, like, hardcore shit. Why don't you show me a little bit of spine you've been saving for his mattress? Like, these are crazy lyrics from a guy who looks like he invented the fedora. Also, did he introduce himself by saying he's the son of Adam? Brother, ain't we all? Ain't that like the whole bit of Adam? That we all came from him?
Fine. Tell us. How did you get here, demon?
Hey, asshole, her eyes are down here.
Sarah, calm yourself.
Oh, hate this thing. This is the most evil one of them all, isn't she? This is Light Hope from She-Ra all over again. This woman looks so innocent and gentle that it feels like she's overcompensating for how actually fucked she is. She looks like the drag queen version of Hootie, which I know sounds awesome, but that's what's making me suspicious. This show just gave me the digivolved version of Hootie. Something designed to make me specifically drop my guard. And I ain't doing it. She looks like she sells smudge sticks and crystals on a Long Island boardwalk. Also, I can't imagine the angels get less evil the higher up the food chain you go.
My story. Well, I was once an inventor in London. I was a hermit of sorts. I didn't go out or...
This show just gave the internet goth twink Pentious. Are you high? How much you want to bet this episode crashed the DeviantArt servers? I bet you can't even log into Wattpad. I bet the government shut it down just to keep the internet from breaking. This dude looks like he's in the middle of somebody's Edgar Allan Poe themed wet dream. Yeah, that's right. I know a thing or two about poetry. To quote the Raven, God damn he could get it.
And I did nothing. I knew who did it, and I did nothing.
Oh my god, what a crazy backstory. He saw a woman get Jack the Rippered. This is a smart backstory to give him, considering he is currently on his redemption arc. I feel like people are a lot more willing to forgive someone who went to hell for inaction rather than action. Like, him sheepishly keeping quiet about this murder is probably more palatable to people than him doing a murder.
That man went on to kill 5 more women. 5 more! I still did nothing.
Okay, never mind. He did basically do a couple of murders. This guy does deserve to be a giant snake monster. Also, I know this isn't true, but does anyone else think that Jack the Ripper's silhouette kinda looks like Stolas? 1, there's no confirmation this is actually Jack the Ripper. 2, there's no way it's Stolas, right? I'm pretty sure Goetians are, like, born in hell, like they didn't used to be humans. So, whatever, but just the silhouette does make this guy look like a Goetian, doesn't it?
Sherry was in danger. I had to do something. This time, I would do something.
What an adorable, sad little snake boy. This is such an intense performance for this character specifically, and that's really cool. I like that inaction is what got him into hell, and action is what got him into heaven. That's a cool little arc.
You can call me Sir Pentious, Your Highness.
Oh, I get it now. That is so clever. Like a serpent. Adorable.
Please, Patrick, stop. I still don't get it. I get the serpent part. What the fuck is a Pentious? Also, Sir Pentious's redesign is so sick. There is no design that isn't made cooler by just making it white and gold. I love a color palette swap, too. Like, maybe it's not even just the fact that he's white and gold. I think just changing his color to anything else would have made me happy. I don't know, for some reason, I'm always just like, oh, fuck, now we're talking.
As head of...
Hey, Lute. Sorry to interrupt, but I think I'm actually the new head of the Exorcists. Sorry.
Ooh, you know what? I don't think I trust Abel either. Maybe it's just because he's literally wearing Adam's face, or maybe it's because I know this show hates Christianity, but every angel that isn't Emma gives me atrocious vibes.
Just stop those filthy fucking monsters!
Lute, this is a sign that Charlie was right, that redemption is possible.
Emma, just sit this one out, girl. Telling her that Charlie was right is so not the way to wind down this rampage. I like how the entirety of this season's budget is being directly funneled into Lute's psychosis. There were so many frames in her, like, tugging her hair out and just freaking out at I forget her name. Whatever the mouth of God. Also, the animation in Gravity is like the best animation in the entire series so far. If you haven't seen me react to Gravity, make sure you check out that video. But it's funny because they released the music video for Gravity, and I was like, damn, dude, the animation really took a bump up. And so far, it's kind of just Gravity. There have been really, like, cool, impressive moments. I loved the shark in the last episode. But otherwise, nothing other than Gravity and that little mental breakdown from Lute, that very restrained mental breakdown, has really made me see the upgraded budget.
This changes things.
It changes nothing! Some slimy fucker tricks fate into allowing him here. It means nothing!
I'm not that slimy.
Pentious, you shut the fuck up too! First off, you're gonna get yourself triple killed. Second, you're a giant snake man. Slimy is the first thing I'd use to describe you. Hey, Carmen Sandiego, your daughter's the literal one good person in hell. She deserves a phone call. This asshole's cosplaying Lust from Full Metal Alchemist in the Bahamas, while her daughter's single-handedly dismantling the biggest system in the whole universe. Dude, I am spot on with that Lust remark, too. She's even got a philosophussy. Also, love that she is still surviving off of a steady diet of apples. That's funny. That's a nice little touch. Wait, no, fuck. I'm confusing her with Eve again. I still don't know anything about Lilith from the Bible. Yeah, whatever. I know you all commented about it the first time I brought this up. I said I read your hate comments, alright? I don't read the ones that educate me. You think I read any helpful or nice comments I receive? That shit just bounces right off. My self-worth is a sponge for mean comments and a bulletproof vest for nice ones.
One thing I really want.
What is it? What is it?
Yes, I really just want to see my friends. I want to know that they're okay.
Oh, brother, where were you the last 20 minutes? We just did a whole trial on this. They're not gonna let you visit hell. They hardly want you visiting here. You think they're gonna let you go back to your friends and tell them the cheat code to getting here?
That's why it's so special, and you're so special! One of a kind! Oh, gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck, no, never mind, Emily. Let him visit his friends. You made his poor hat cry. I don't know why, but every line coming out of Sir Pentious' mouth and every expression on his face is kind of making me giddy. I just can't get enough of him right now. He's really funny. I'm restraining myself from trying to do his voice, because I can do it. This is just a voice where every line you hear, you want to instantly impersonate. Does anyone else ever feel that way? That might just be a me thing. Anytime I watch a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, I get stuck talking like a pirate for at least the next month. And Sir Pentious is kind of the same way. He kind of triggers the same thing in my brain. Every line he says, I just want to instantly parrot.
No, I'm here for you, and you'll love being in heaven.
Why does it sound like Under the Sea's about to start playing? Also, it's so cruel of this show to make Alex Brightman do this voice for a whole episode, and then force him to sing. I should know. I'm gonna have to do it too. I will find a way. Oh, sorry, I can't have an angelic voice and sound like a snake. You ever see that interview where Alex Brightman's like, actually, I have 2 larynxes. That's why fuck you. Oh, this motherfucker. What do you mean he can do the voice and sing? Damn it, I should have known. Singing and doing the voice is the whole thing that got him famous in the first place. Beagles, sprinkles, friendship, guinea pigs, churros, pangolins. Everyone will like you, cause no one here is like you. Bang! That's so funny. I love this montage of him just hating it here. I also love that they gave him a heaven gun for some reason. That's so funny. Him pulling the gun was so good. What will you do tomorrow? I feel no wiser than when I commanded the slaughter of those sons and daughters. Holy shit, things got real berserk real fast. Okay, never mind. I think I spotted the budget again. That was sicky as hell. That got me genuinely hyped for the future battles in this show. Like, now that this show has found a sense of, like, this level of hype. Hey guys, Danny from the future here. Or as I like to call myself, the guy who has to do all the fucking work around here. Feel free to not believe this because this is the stupidest thing I'll ever say, and by far the stupidest thing I've ever done. I'm getting this video ready to upload right now, and I realized, but I actually got so excited during my reaction to Sarah's confession that I slapped the keyboard, accidentally paused the recording, and then later realized what I'd done, unpaused the recording and like redid a couple of takes, but didn't realize how long I'd had the recording paused for. Which means that while editing this video, I discovered that I actually recorded none of my reaction to Sarah's confession. Listen, if you guys have seen any of my community posts or watched any of my other videos that I dropped this week, you know I'm going through it. You know this has been quite a week for me. I'm sorry for all the mistakes. This has just been a nightmare, hellish week. I promise next week's videos are gonna be a lot cleaner. That being said, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna re-watch Sarah's confession for the second time. And while this obviously isn't like a blind reaction, these are my thoughts and commentary on the song. Another thing about this song, does anyone else find it like incredibly difficult to sing? Like the tempo is deceptively hard? Dude, what do you mean this animation is being used on Hazbin Hotel? When did they get such an eye for hype? This is like the final season of Castlevania. This song is so short and so like not that big of a deal. At least like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it. Like Gravity feels like the main event song of this episode. And yet, animation-wise, it's like the most hype shit the Helliverse has ever produced. And then you got Drag Queen Hootie hitting those harmonies as if this is the most epic, most important piece of fiction anyone has ever produced. This is like that trailer for the game Fall of Cybertron, where they play the song Humbling River, and it's legitimately so hype, you actually consider enlisting into the army. I'm not gonna play it for copyright reasons. Right now, go on YouTube and look up Fall of Cybertron Humbling River trailer. Give me a sign, what's your guidance? Please show me the way! Dude, that part's so sick too. Did the guy who made the Kingdom Hearts games make this song? This song reminds me a lot of the way I felt watching the Epic the Musical animatics, because I feel like a lot of the power coming from this song is in the visuals. Like, I wonder if I'd heard this song before watching it, if I'd feel the same way I do now, and I don't think that I would, just because the sun turning into a bloody eclipse really fucking, like, primes you for a good time. I've been seeing a lot of videos where people are, like, ranking this season's songs so far, and I'm so shocked that, like, Gravity is consistently in, like, the number 2 or 3 spot. I know I, like, kind of moved on to Gravity without any meaningful transition, but hear me out. I've seen so many people put Sarah's confession at number 1, and to be honest, the first time I heard this, I was less hot on it than I am now. I guess that's kind of the benefit of me, like, re-reacting to this. A lot of Hazbin Hotel songs, and if you watch my reaction to Season 1, you'll find that I said this back then too, but a lot of their songs I'll listen to on a first go, and I'll be like, yeah, that was pretty good. I quite enjoyed that, actually. And then as the days go on and I find myself humming them, or like I see clips of certain parts on different social media, like all of a sudden, it'll just blossom into like my favorite song of that year. And Sarah's Confession really is one of those songs. At first, I was just mostly into the animation of it, but as the days have gone by, this song really has kind of like wormed its way to the top of my like, you know, ranking of these season songs. I don't think it's the top. I do like Gravity more than this one, just because Gravity is a little catchier. I think the Sir Pentious song should be higher on people's lists, though. Everyone's putting that song at the bottom. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. The fact that Sir Pentious sings in it bumps it up above a couple of songs, in my opinion. You want to talk about shit that's been stuck in my head for the past few days? The part where Pentious goes, I will find a way. Like, that moved to nobody else, just me. Last thing about this song, I do really like that Sarah can't help but, like, hate Sir Pentious because of her own guilt. And I like the idea of that being like a lot of Angel's mentality. So far it is just Sarah because she was the one like leading the exterminations, but I like the idea of everyone in heaven hating the idea of people in hell getting redeemed, because to these angels, they're like, well, I never fucked up. I never fucked up to begin with, and these guys get to get here despite fucking up. And it's also interesting because the fact that Pentious was redeemed just kind of throws in Sarah's face how wrong the exterminations are. Like the fact that the universe found good within Sir Pentious when Sarah was unable to, now just kind of tallies every life Sarah has taken from the denizens of hell and just thrown that right onto her shoulders. I think that's really cool. Anyway, that's enough of future Danny. I'm gonna go back to past Danny now. Yeah, this song's great. Not only is this song great, but it's a lot better than I thought it was on first reaction. But you know what? So is the Sir Pentious one. I think you guys are being too hard on that song.
Wow, someone's menstruating.
Man, there's that A+ dialogue I've somehow built a career on defending. God, it's like I'm watching an Aaron Sorkin film here. I wonder if the reason Alex Brightman plays two characters in this show is because he doesn't want to be remembered solely for playing Adam.
You're really talented.
That's about the closest I've come to my little egg boys. They all perished in the Zeppelin. Why aren't they here?
Yeah, I don't think the Egg Boys are really heaven material, bud. I feel like they didn't sacrifice themselves for a noble cause. They just also happened to be with you on that ship.
Not quite the same as the ones you lost, but maybe it's something, since you can't see your friends.
I love them!
I love his scream. This kind of proves he doesn't actually love his egg boys, though, right? He just loves the idea of having them. Like, he doesn't care that these aren't the ones he raised. He just wants a bunch of dumb, egg-shaped henchmen around.
I never got to tell you that.
You think I didn't already know?
Did you?
No fucking idea. If you don't know, I don't know, babe.
That was vicious. That was so fucked. That was so brutal of her own subconscious to do to her. I don't remember a lot of, like, I don't remember Lute being, like, in love with Adam. It's so possible I forgot it. You guys gotta understand, I have a bad memory as it is. The fact that my job is to watch copious amount of shows and, like, nitpick every couple of seconds of them really doesn't help. But yeah, I wonder if that's like the hardest evidence of Lute loving Adam we've ever gotten. But regardless, what a What a brutal way to deliver that. I love this unhinged Lute arc. I'm as excited, if not more excited about this than I am about Vox. Again, I did already react to Gravity, which is the song that's, like, about to start playing. So if you want to see my thoughts on that, check out that video. It's like a full-length fucking breakdown of that song, you know, somewhere on my channel.
No? You realize that I'm covered in eyes, right? But I can act shocked if you'd like.
That's so funny. I love them acknowledging his multitude of eyes. Jesus Christ, can we chill? Can we chill with the Pentious sorrow, please? God, I just want this poor little snake boy to be happy for an elongated amount of time. Is that too much to ask? And that was episode 2 of season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. What? It makes sense that they released these together. I hear they're releasing 2 episodes per week for the next, like, 4 weeks. Please stop doing that. God, it'd make reacting to this shit way easier if it's just 1 episode a week, but I understand I'm not being catered to. But this is definitely, like, the other side of the coin that is episode 1. Episode 1, big introduction episode, really just touching base with all the characters we know and love. This episode, kind of the exact same thing, but with the characters in heaven. This one was more enjoyable, just because I fucking love Sir Pentious. I really liked Sir Pentious's backstory. That's pretty fun. I like that it is really fucked up. Like, it wasn't just that one murder. It was 5 more. Like, yeah, these characters are in hell. They gotta be pretty morally gray, you know? So I liked that, and it is more palatable than if it was like, I was a murderer, and now I got over it, you know? This was a great backstory to give him for his current arc, especially as someone who sacrificed himself to save his friends. So I really liked that. Loved Angel Core. I love that Emma, or Emily, is, like, taking for more of a, like, front and center role. I like this relationship she's forming with Sir Pentious. That's very sweet and that's very fun. And I do like that we've kind of divided the show now between heaven and hell, where, like, we can see the going-ons in heaven and in hell and have, like, protagonists on both sides. I'm interested to see, like, how long Pentious goes without, like, reuniting with his friends. Like, will this be, like, the whole B-plot of the season? Because that could be pretty interesting. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this episode. Did you like it more than the first episode? What did you think of the songs? This one had Gravity, which is great. Like, the first banger of the season, by far. The other song in the episode, pretty forgettable, I thought, personally. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.
Is it obvious the way I search the room? Barely take